Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Let me make sure. Let me know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're going to be covering the Lori Vallow case. Something different. I've been following that from the start. Oh, hold up. Oh, sorry, my sound was over here. Junebug, I've covered Lori Vallow on and off. But I'm going to tell you something. It really makes me mad when I have to talk about Lori Vallow. Anything pertaining to like children or anything like that is just so infuriating. I've arrived, but Rabbit TLC, I'm here. I'm here. I've arrived. Shout out to TLC and me. Have y'all arrived? Hey Jojo, how are you? Nebby, Monica, Betty, Jane. We've arrived. Wim, wake up. You said still awake, going in soon. We'll see the rerun. Have fun. Wake up, Wim. We'll go. Good night, Wim. Y'all wish Wim good night. He's going to bed. Shout out to y'all. Hey, Last Ronan, Belen, Katie, how are you? Kitty Coo, Leah, the Cheeks is here. Jeanette is here. Welcome, love. Jay McCarthy. I'm on coffee part two. Coffee part 2. So I have it here. Here's somebody I haven't seen in a minute. Platform Boots, how are you, love? Shout out to you. Thank you for hitting that like button. Dee Dee, how are you? Mirrored Moon, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Karen, how are you? Annie, is it Annie Struess? Annie Struess, shout out to you. Yes, Sylvia's in the house. Welcome, everybody. Everybody, welcome. Look at this. Wim, I thought you were going to bed, Wim. Well, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate it. But Wim is going to bed. So if you've been gifted a membership, put some hearts in the chat. Thank you, Wim. Thank you. Ooh, I love how but it's still not reacting. React. I wanted to do it when I put the heart up, y'all. It's not doing it. I have to click the button over here. Wim is going to bed. Wim is not in bed. I know. Shout out to Wim. Good night, Wim. Thank you so much for gifting. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, if you are new to YouTube and if you've been a follower, please note all you have to do is enable your gifting in order to receive a gift. Like Wim is a frequent gifter. A lot of people in my community give a lot. You never know. You might be blessed. So make sure you enable that. Is it Rory? Rory, did you change your name? I feel like your name was something else. Rory. Shout out to you. Braddy Becca's in the house. Yes. How are you? Baby K's in the house. Welcome. Nance Drew, how you doing? Mom Dukes, how are you, love? Shout out to you. Greek lady has arrived. Y'all, we can start. Greek ladies here. Okay. Thank you. Eyeliner hero. You said eyeliner, her warrior on point. Why did I say hero? I think I saw an O. I'm telling you, I need to start wearing some glasses or something because I'd be seeing words. My words when I'm tired, I'd be seeing I'll see words when they're not supposed to be words, or I'll think that I did something well and I really didn't. That is, I'm gonna stop. Thank you so much, Monica. Shout out to you. I'm making up words. Anyways, good evening, Leslie. How are you? Thank you for being here. Oh my God. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás? Shout out to you. Darcy says, Buenas tardes, conejita. Thank you. Thank you. Doug, how are you? Nebby's in the house. Yes. Shout out to Dickie. Shout out to Dickie. Yes. Okay. Let's get started. We have 136 people. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit it like you owe a bill. Okay. Thank you. Miss Ava, thank you. Shout out to Miss Ava. Thank you for being here. Nikki's in the house. Yay. Nikki's here. Melody Taylor. Shout out to you from Australia. Welcome. Now, I had a thought. Do I have any Australians here? Let me know. Are you the only one? I'm kind of curious. Okay. Because I heard that Australia is always a place I wanted to go before we really get started on topics because we have a lot to cover. But I'm scared. I'm scared of the spiders. For those that don't know, I have a horrible fear of spiders. I really, really do. I'm arachnophobic. I could tell you when my fear started. I remember it. I was about 6 years old. We lived in California. I'm from California originally, for those that don't know. And we used to live in this house. We used to rent this small little house bad neighborhood, whatever, it is what it is. We used to throw our trash behind the house, okay? And it wasn't like a dumpster. It was literally just like an area where you just throw your trash. There was a huge tarantula. I'm no joke, a huge tarantula that was climbing on top of the trash. And when I saw something about the way in which, like, it literally, I was paralyzed. I remember, because it was walking very, very slow. And so ever since then, like, just by seeing that tarantula, the way that it was walking, I can't. It's a huge fear. I've tried to address it before, with professional help. It's a fear that I have, a real fear that I have. So I said, well, damn, I can't go to Australia if the spiders are crazy. You said, isn't the place to go if you're afraid of spiders, Rabbit? Well, damn, I can't go to Australia. Then there was that one place, like, okay, so I have Facebook, for the channel. Every once in a while I'm on the Facebook. And can you tell me why, if you click, Facebook is so bad about this. The minute that you click a picture of something, I happen to click a picture of a spider. All I see after that is spiders. I can't do that. I keep hitting do not recommend, and the shit keeps coming back to me. So I said, listen, if Facebook doesn't get his shit together, I'm about to cancel my channel page over there. I can't do it because it's too much. My fear of spiders is too big. I have a huge and I'm not talking about little spiders. I can kill you a little spider. Sorry for those that don't, want to kill spider. I'm a spider killer. Okay? Convict me. I don't give a shit. Throw away the key. I will kill a spider. I don't care. I don't want them around. All right? So don't think I'm about to pick up the little spider and put him outside and set him free. No, you're dead. Where's my chancla? Let me throw it. I won't even think twice of it. Nope. Nope. I'm a spider killer. Hi, my name is Rabbit and I kill spiders. Yes, I do. Oh my God. Listen, Ronnie, you ain't never lie. I heard about those. I cannot. Anyways, why did we start talking? Oh, because we started talking about Australia and then we went into that rabbit hole. Anyways, let me stop. So arachnophobia. Nope, it's not. I'm very arachnophobic. No, no, no. Will not do that. You're afraid of bats? Wow. You said what you clicked on FB and Instagram triggers the algorithm. Well, apparently the shit is recommending me spiders everywhere. I said no. Facebook, if you don't get your shit together when I say do not recommend, and then you're still recommending me spider farms, we got a problem. That one viral video of the spiders that are like all over the sky, it's like mating season for spiders. So they do all these webs. That, my friends, would be like my version of hell. Like you know. Mm-mm. And even talking about it makes my fingers start to stiff up. So I can't, we got to move on. And I could feel it every time that is a reaction that I have. That's how fear. That's a real fear of mine. But yes, you loathe bats. Ooh, no, 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 no. I cannot. No, I will never come out if I see that. You ever mess with the spider cricket? What is that? Listen, what is a spider cricket? That's like saying, have you ever heard of the spider that flies? I mean, I've heard of the jumping spider. Okay. Hold on. Oof. Let me stop because this is too much. I'm gonna have to end the live now. We done. No, I'm not. I'm not Googling it. I'm done. Oof. All right, let's get it together. Moving on. Jen, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Shout out to you. So happy I found your channel. Well, I'm so happy you've been here for like 9 months. 9 months forever. Oh my God. No, no. I'm sorry, clearly suppressive. New subject, moving on. I'm telling you, I'm tensing up. I can't. No, I used to know somebody. No one could blow up balloons around her. Oh yeah, balloons are horrible too. Balloons, I've seen people be afraid of balloons. I don't like balloons either. There's something about the helium and stuff, but not like spiders. I mean, I'll blow up a balloon, I'll do whatever, but in a room full of spiders, I'm out. I'm out. Can we move on? Whew. See, I'm telling you, my heart just goes, let's go. No, I'm not. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Okay, let's move on. Y'all are horrible. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, please, and thank you. Let's move on. Let's move on. I don't like balloons. Some people don't. Okay, we have a lot to cover today. At least three very specific topics that we have to talk about specifically. So why don't we get started? Let me tell you one that really caught my eye, and I might be doing a short. I'm working on a short edited video on this actually. Now that we can do edited videos a little bit quicker, thanks to Sylvia. Thank you, Sylvia. This specific situation is really messing with my head. Okay, let me tell you why. So we found out that Michelle Trachtenberg, of course, passed away. Was it last week? All right, sudden. It just kind of, I don't know. Like a lot of us, it took us by surprise, especially because there was a lot of plans for her to start in the Buffy the Vampire reboot. There was a lot more conversation about this. I didn't know that she was working on a film to expose Mattel before her unexpected death. Like, I didn't know that. Did y'all know that? So this got reported. Now, she is not the only one who has tried to expose Mattel, by the way. I thought this was interesting. So she was working on a screenplay exposing Mattel before her unexpected death. Let me just say how, like, it. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Did y'all know that? So I started doing some research into this, and it got me into a pretty interesting rabbit hole. And it did. So Michelle Trachtenberg was reportedly working on a big project before her untimely death at the age of 39. So she was working with director Cassie Tebow, who told TMZ on Monday that Trachtenberg had written a screenplay based on a book called Toy Monsters: The Big Bad World of Mattel. All right. So this book right here, I think came out in 2009. Yeah, The Toy Maker. Peep this, okay? Completely sus. So I said, "Oh, I think I remember this book." And the writer that wrote this did exposés on like big celebrities at the time. Um, Martha Stewart, like before her incarceration, and kind of deep diving into her criminal case. That was one. The Clintons. He was, what is his name? Hold up, it's in here. But he wrote this book, and he was Jerry Oppenheimer, Jerry Oppenheimer. That's his name. So, and there are articles like from back in the day of this guy like exposing certain things, and he was writing these things, right? And so then she was working on a movie based on his book. Yes. So I thought that was interesting. So it says, according to Tebow, it was one of the best screenplays he'd read, and the pair were in talks with the studio to make the potential film a reality. Toy Monsters is an expose written by Jerry Oppenheimer. The book divulges into the dark side of the toy company behind Barbie, Hot Wheels, and more. Tebow and the studio have reportedly paused the discussion following Trachtenberg's unexpected passing, according to the director. However, Tebow said he is determined to have the project proceed at some point in honor of the late actress. So that's kind of where it stops. It doesn't really kind of go into any more than what this was going to be about. So far, we know that her death is undetermined, and that she had undergone a liver transplant. No, she didn't have it. Not that we know of. I don't believe she had an eating disorder at all. I think it was a liver transplant. It's just going to get started. We're about talking about spiders before. You didn't miss a thing. No, we just got started. This guy right here, he's been exposing the industry, right? So then she decides that she's going to work with this director to make the book that he wrote in 2009 into, I don't know, like a movie. Kind of makes you wonder. There was an obsession, and if I remember the book correctly, at least some of it that Mr. Jerry wrote. There was an obsession with women's looks. There was a guy by the name, I forgot his last name, but his name is Ryan something. He was actually in charge of making Barbie flexible, right? And there was this obsession with her thighs, her legs, her boobs, making her look like the ultimate doll, right? I've never really done a deep dive on Barbie. I know that there's been like some controversy and stuff like that, but to know that there's anything dark, like there's a video out there where somebody did a deep dive on Hello Kitty. Did y'all hear about that one too? Let me know. And they said that there's some stories behind Hello Kitty. So a lot of this is interesting. You said nothing surprises me anymore. You go down one rabbit hole and you go on another one, and all these big companies are evil to the core. But then they're evil to the core, or they're sketchy as hell, and they are targeting our children, right? Like, oh, yes, Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty's not a cat. No, that's right. Hello Kitty's not a cat. There was a deep dive. This was many years ago that I watched. And I don't know, like this was before I was a YouTuber. I was just like I just happened to have a YouTube account. And I was looking at different videos and stuff like that. And there was one specific video that really went to the dark side of Hello Kitty. Now, what receipts did they show? I'm not really sure, but essentially there was something really crazy and of the other side type of stuff that involved Hello Kitty. Some people say that it's just like this, creative thing that happened, yada yada yada, but then there's this other side of it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a deep dive on Hello Kitty and see what I find. But I don't know. There's other great deep dives out there on Hello Kitty. You said Bruno Mars is coming to mind. Why? Why Bruno Mars? The first time they changed Barbie's body was her feet to fit the Christian Louis Vuitton shoes for his collaboration. Oh, like her feet. Do you ever notice Barb? I have a Barbie here because Baby Bunny was gifted a Barbie. Hold up. Let me see if I can pull her up. Hold up. But see, the Barbies now are different than what they were back in the day. Hold up, y'all. See, they did. This is Barbie, Baby Bunny's Barbie. Okay. I mean, back in the day, there wasn't any like a whole lot of diversity when it came to Barbies. You had the typical, one way of looking kind of Barbie, if you know what I mean. Now there's more inclusivity, right? So Baby Bunny got gifted this little Barbie. She don't know how to play with Barbies yet. And honestly, I'm not a fan, but I will say that, I mean, at least there's, some reality to what a woman looks like, if that's what we're trying to say, right? At least some. Yeah, she's got the purple hair. So she got the purple hair because mommy's got the purple hair, right? So the person that gifted this to Baby Bunny said, "Look, purple hair like mommy." So yeah, we got the purple hair. But look at the foot, right? So before, back in the day, and it used to be this one, you can't even bend her feet. All right. Back in the day, it used to be like what this like to fit those heels that you're talking about, those Louis Vuittons, right? Now it's just a regular schmegular Barbie, all right? She got some thighs too, and I love it. I love it. She got thighs because it's like, okay, girl, like good. The other ones didn't. The other ones were like snatch, slim, and just, anyways. They used to have stiletto feet. That's what they were called, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. You love you said that you love the old way feet. Yes, I love the old way feet. Mm, it's actually so important. You said Barbie never had flat feet, but when Christian Louis Vuitton did the collab, he wanted them to fit the proportions and pitch of the shoes. Shoes that you would never be able to afford. Like regular schmegular girls like us, like some of us in the chat. I don't think I could ever. How much is a pair of Louis Vuittons now? Isn't it like in the thousands? Give me some Chucks. Listen, I would never spend that much money on heels. There's other heels that you can get on sale. I've spent money if fancy heels. I think I've spent one time. I spent maybe $150, but I can't do. I won't go $1,000 for shoes. I am not Carrie Bradshaw. I'm sorry. Never was. Viva la Chucks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You said I had spending more than $50 in shoes. Yeah. And the only reason, I think it was like, oh, that's what? Wedding shoes. That's why I spend my money on wedding shoes. Mm-hmm. Sure did. I have the Louis Vuitton Barbie and I have some of the shoes, but that was back in the day when I was a workaholic. It's different when you like really, really, workaholic. It's a little bit different. The girls that had American dolls like Barbies. Oof, we. You said I'm not even wearing Payless heels. Why you say Payless heels? I found out recently that one, Barbie has a birthday, and two, it's like 1 or 2 days after mine. Well, what is Barbie's birthday? She has a birthday? What is she like? 350? Isn't she like how old is when is Barbie's birthday? When is Barbie birthday? Oh, that's a thing? March 9th? So her birthday is March 9th, 1959. So she's what, 65? Barbie is 65? Wow. I thought she was 100 too. Like, I don't know. He said, wait a minute. Barbie needs Medicare for a minute. Nothing wrong with Medicare, okay? But I'm just saying, I literally thought she was like a lot older. Like, oh shit, this thing's gonna fall. A lot older than me. I hit it with my chair. Um, wow. Well, happy birthday. So Barbie's a Pisces? You paid 800 for Louis Vuitton sneakers. I didn't even know they made sneakers. Get the hell out of here. I had no clue. Look at that. Well, shout out to y'all. But yeah, no. Never liked dolls. I love cars and so much toys for boys. Yeah, I don't know. You said, oh no, Barbie, Elon stole your social security. No. Listen, anything is possible. Well, it looks like Barbie is a Pisces, for those that are wondering. Moving on. Moving on. You said that explains everything. What? She's a Pisces. Look at y'all. She's 65. You said Barbie's on that AARP. No, she's not. Not listen. Now she's got the beauty serum. Let me just say that much because she stays young and looking snatch and only has one face, a kid. And she still got that. You're 65, says right, June. Shout out to everybody that's 65. Look, she can wave like this. There you go. Not the adrenochrome. Stop it. Stop it. Sylvia's like, damn, she's like 10 years older than me. You said it does explain it not? All right, all right. Hey, Jay Bootsy, how are you? Never played with either doll. I had my micros. What is it? I was gonna say microphone. Say, y'all, I can't read. Microscope in my chemistry set. Well, shout out to y'all. Shout out to my beautiful, wonderful. I don't want to say elders. I mean, yes, they're older, but like, shout out to my wonderful, beautiful everybody in the chat. Okay, shout out to y'all. Why y'all get me in this topic? Stop. Stop. Moving forward, boomers, do people take offense? Because I heard that people don't like to be called boomers either. I'm trying to be careful. Yeah, so if Barbie's 65, how old is Ken? You're a Gen X. No, I don't like the elders. I know. New computer and I can't even read. Yeah, thanks, Sylvia. I can't. I'm still trying to set everything up. I'm telling you, I'm not all the way there yet. Maybe I need to get used to this. I'm not. Oh man. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Okay. That being said, though, it did kind of make me, now this is me being serious, it did kind of make me want to look into this a little bit more because I kind of wonder what was her role going to be in this project. And she wanted to expose Mattel. Now, the thing is about exposing Mattel, exposing companies. Okay. Did they know that they were going to get exposed through this project? Did Mattel know that they were going to get exposed through this project? That this book that was written to expose them, that it was going to be like at a bigger screen, either Netflix or some other project? It makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. I don't know. Y'all are still talking about that. Shout to y'all. No, I'm not. Yes, I don't know about that word, but I'm just gonna keep it to myself. I thought people didn't like to be called boomers, but I'm just saying. Or elders. I don't know. That's what I heard. You said Barbie's a cougar? No, Doug, you're making things worse. Stop it. Listen, we all gonna get old. For me, I know I'm gonna get old. We're all gonna get there. So it is what it is. Shout out to y'all. Anyways, moving on. You said you can comb my hair. Oh my god, the sun. You can comb my hair under there. LOL. Oh my god, Nebby. Shout out to y'all. Late as usual, Jenny Bean. Welcome. Shout out to you. I'm a Gen Xer and I got my first and only Barbie when I was 13. It destroyed my baby sister within a month. It was destroyed by her. I like the books better, anyways. Damn. Yeah, some people don't like that term. That's why I'm very careful. Some people don't like the word elder or boomer, so I'm careful. But listen. I refuse. Steeler Princess, I'm there with you. I'm not 40. I'm 20. Well, hold up. How old am I? I just turned 40, but 40 is the new 20. Okay. Which means 60 would be the new what? 30? There you go. Nobody's old. So stop. Stop. You said she's older than Ken? I didn't. Oh, she would be, Doug, because didn't they make Barbie before Ken? I don't know, man. Anyways, moving on. Are we done? Let me know. Let me know. We got to talk about something else, guys, because this is pretty serious on this next topic that I felt like is interesting. There you go. Shout out to y'all. Bomb Spec, I haven't seen you in a minute. Shout out to you. I just turned 62 and I'm owning it. Period. Thank you, Clearly Suppressive. All right. Labels, no winning, Rabbit. Nope. That's why I don't do the labels, y'all. I'm just telling you, I refuse to get old. That's it. That's all. Okay. You don't mind being called a boomer. All right. Let me think. Let me get my train of thought. I knew that this was kind of the thing. Like, this whole thing with Gene Hackman, guys. Where do you guys stand with this? Gene Hackman. Where does everybody stand with Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa? Where are we at? Because I haven't talked about this in a couple days. I do want to know, where do people stand with this? Is it suspicious? Is it a murder suicide? Is it a murder? Like, where, a homicide? Where do you guys stand with this? And we don't have a whole lot of information. I think a lot of us are waiting for the autopsy. Beautiful Messy Ball, absolutely. Brady Becca says somebody did it. Melody says that Gene and Betsy did not die naturally. Rory says that they are sure that they died out of CO poisoning, carbon monoxide. It's too sad, don't know. J Boopsy says it's suspicious. You need more details. Okay. You feel like he had a heart attack and after the dogs were coming in? Who knows? We'll wait for the investigation. Well, let me tell you. Hey, Unapproachable Light, I haven't seen you in a minute. Shout out to you. Jesus, if it was a murder-suicide, he waited a little long. He or she. I think that's the question, is who died first, right? Like, respectful. I'm trying to be very like careful about this because at the end of the day, these are real people, right? Like, but it's a lot of suspicion that is happening a lot, around this case. I'm trying to figure out, was it who passed away first? You think he died and then she committed suicide? Okay. Why would anyone kill a 94-year-old man? It's crazy. And his dog and his 60-year-old wife, very strange. The dog on a line of meat throws me off. I would think that the dog just died of natural causes, because I first heard that it was inside of a crate and maybe it died because it couldn't get out. Then I heard that it was in a closet. But the way that I hear this being reported, it's almost like they couldn't keep up, with the property. There was something going on with this situation. This whole situation is just off, in my opinion. You think it was money? Some people have said that. I don't think, there's a lot of speculation where we're at right now. So let's get into this article. Why a pathologist thinks companion suicide, let me close this, is less likely in the death of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead in their Santa Fe home, New Mexico, on February 26th. So I guess they interviewed a pathologist. And I'm like, I'm here for it because I kind of want to understand. Mystery continues to swirl around the deaths of Jean and Betsy, who were found deceased in their Santa Fe home around and about 1:45 p.m. on Wednesday, February 26th. Jean, 95, was found in his home's mudroom, dressed in a pair of sweatpants and a long sleeve t-shirt, wearing slippers. A pair of sunglasses and a cane were nearby. Betsy, 65, whose maiden name was Arakawa, was found dead in the bathroom where prescription pills were scattered on a counter. It looked like both had been dead for days, said authorities. Authorities have since launched an investigation into what happened to the couple who been married since 1991. Okay, so James Gill, a chief medical examiner with the Connecticut office of the chief of medical examiners place, is now investigating Hackman's death in his professional capacity. So, isn't this like a famous chief examiner? I feel like I've heard his name before. Hold up. Let me Google him. Let's Google him. Let's Google him. What does he look like? Have I seen him on TV? Oh, it's this guy. I don't think I've ever seen him on TV. This is who he is. For those that are wondering, let me know. Melody, that would be amazing, right? You ain't never lie. It'd be great. No, the dog didn't have access to the pills, right, Karen? People have speculated different things. Yeah, and Sylvia, this is interesting because his kids hadn't even seen him for months. Yeah, could the shock have thrown like her into a heart event or like something? He looks familiar. I just don't know. They said Gene pacemaker showed that there was no response for 9 days. Yeah, like it was last, what was it? It stopped working on the 17th or something like that. Hmm. Maybe it was the Notebook story. Oh, yeah. Y'all remember the movie The Notebook? Oh my gosh. Such a millennial movie. I remember that one. Okay, so that's the guy. He's like investigating. He said this is what his professional capacity is. It says, but he offered insight into the tragedy to people, theorizing that a companion suicide where a couple dies by suicide together is not likely. I'm going to tell you, I thought that that might have been the case. Like, one of them passed away and therefore the other one couldn't deal with the grief. So they said, no, I'm going to end it, which I mean would happen, right? That would be like the Notebook kind of, right? Um don't you know what? And Sandra, I was wondering about this. You would think that if a pacemaker would stop working, that it would send an alert to somebody. Aren't is it just me who, I mean, I don't know. I had a friend with a pacemaker and yeah, I mean there are no alerts. If it stops working, it stops working. If you're a bird, then I'm a bird. The line from the Notebook. You said that's life alert. That's life alert, but okay, I guess. You said I think he had a cardiac arrest and she freaked out, rushed to get medicine. See, and maybe that's why the medicine was on the floor and either had an accident or natural. Like she could have had a heart attack herself too. After he was dead, she rushes over there to get him medicine and then she dies too. Like that was it. So your mom had a pacemaker and they're too small for that capacity though, so there's no alert. Okay. He could have had a life watch. His wife could have called 911. It was said that they were very private. They didn't even want to give the name out. Is a pathologist splitting hairs though, saying both unalive themselves? That's an interesting point. Like, is there too much of a conclusion here that's being said? Hmm. That's an interesting point, Ava. I mean, could be. So this is what he said. He says that theorizing that a companion suicide where a couple dies by suicide together is not likely. I've seen cases like that. Usually they're together in bed, he says. The fact that they're in two separate locations tells me that I think that's less likely. Huh. From the initial kind of circumstances, it seems like he may have collapsed. He's got a history of heart disease. He's got a pacemaker. So that would not be unusual. This is what Gill says. And the fact that he's and what is it, ambulatory? Is that how you say that? Ambulatory? Hold up. Yeah. And the fact that he's ambulatory, that I think is important too, because sometimes we'll see instances where someone is bedridden and maybe they have dementia and then their caregiver dies from natural events. And then there's no one there to take care of them. And then they can die from dehydration or what have you. I don't think that's the case here. Ambulatory, what does that mean for those that are in the medical? What does that mean? Ambulatory? All right, what does that mean? Like they're bedridden type of thing? Or they need like that would be a person that would be ambulatory, right? Somebody that like is bedridden or needs somebody by their side. They didn't have like an aide to help out or anything like that. Yeah, okay, so they can't thank you so much. Unable to walk means that they can move on their own. Okay. They can walk. See? Able to move. So it's the opposite of that. Gotcha. Able to walk. All right, thank y'all. Thank see I had no idea. Huh. You're able to walk. Okay. Can move. See, shout out to y'all for correcting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, how are you? Aya vamos. Shout out to you, love. They can walk. Okay. So, non-ambulatory is not able. See, I'm learning, y'all. I didn't even know this. She likely cared for him, being so young. Maybe she was caring for him. So he ambulatory, it says, and the fact that he's ambulatory because he can walk, right? I think is important because sometimes we'll see instances where someone is bedridden and maybe they have dementia and then their caretaker dies from natural events and then there's no one to take care of them. And then they die from dehydration or what have you. I don't think that's the case here. So Gill says that there are different types of pacemakers and defibrillators, some of which can shock the heart if needed. Newer models often have Wi Fi or Bluetooth to record irregular rhythms, which can also help determine the time of death. Wait a minute. So you can have one with a Wi Fi? You really? Oh my God. Kim, thank you so much for the $20. You said, I feel like there should be some suspicion on the kids. Can you tell me why? Kim, shout out to you. Thank you. Why do you feel like there needs to be some suspicions for the kid? Like, I'll tell you what made me suspicious of them. Don't come for me in the comments if you're watching the replay. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Don't come for me. But can I tell you guys where my mind went? Can I be honest? Can I say it? I initially thought that the kids were a little off because the way in which they died and how quickly they were to tell the media what they died of or what they thought they died of. Yeah, yeah, Sylvia, like that was I'm not the only one that thought that way. Clearly y'all in the chat thought the same thing too, okay? I'm not being accusatory and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I was like, "Damn. Wait, and even it you know what's so sketch too? How the hell you're so quick to talk to the media, but you haven't even checked in on your parents for how long? Didn't seem like a good relationship with the kids, maybe. Talk to me about the mummification. Yeah, like that's where you're right, Abraham. How the hell do you yeah, and Mel, like let's be honest, 65 is not that old. So that's what makes it suspicious. Like, oh man, I'm not accusing. I try to be careful, okay? Look at this thing's gonna knock out. I gotta move my desk away. I'm trying to be careful, guys. I really am. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm trying to be sensitive, but they immediately gave a result to how they died, and that didn't sit well with me. And how the hell are you guys so quick to say, well, this we're so heartbroken, but you guys haven't even checked on your parents for I don't know how many weeks or months. Yeah, I want to understand. The lady was 65 years old. She's not that old. And clearly she was taking care of Jean at the time. That's what it looks like. Something is off about the situation. Honestly, it just doesn't make sense. So, Kim, you're not thank you for again for the 20, but you're not the only one who felt that it was suspicious in that way. Thank you. Steeler Princess, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Infamous has been a member for 17 months. Lord have mercy. Thank you so much, Infamous. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you for supporting all of you guys for supporting my channel. Marina, are you laughing at me? Marina's laughing at me. But I'm just wondering, guys, help me fill in the blanks here with this situation because I'm really lost. I feel like you said rabbit if they had been married for many, many years, and dehydration, the mummification is because of the dry air of where they located. True, Infamous. I would think so. There have been reports that Betsy was distancing him and herself from everyone, but I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know. Right, Lenny. Oh my God, Keanu Reeves and Lenny. Well, wow, they're they're 60. I didn't even know that. Betsy didn't need to check out so soon. Very sad. And where are the security cameras? Don't you think they would have security cameras? You said it is really dry here. That is true. People are working, raising kids. She's not their mother. I get it. We have a massive dust storm here yesterday. Huh. It's a lot of questions, but I can understand. Like I said, respectfully, I understand why the kids were questioned or under suspicion just because of the way in which a lot of this kind of fell out and stuff like that. You said Keanu just turned 60 this week. Wow. He still looks he's amazing looking. Let me just say that much. I mean, he can do The Matrix all over again. I think a lot of us would watch. Yes, I know I would. My mother's 87 and I call her every morning and she calls me when she goes to bed. Oh, wow. Maybe they weren't that close. Maybe they weren't that close to their kids. I don't know. Which then makes you wonder what happened. Um I have a lot of questions, but every situation is different, so I'm understanding of that. So Gil says that there's different types of pacemakers and defibrillators, some of which can shock the heart if needed, and newer models often have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and they capture the irregular rhythms, which could help determine time of death. What's the time of Gene's death related to his wife? Gil says. When did she die? That's a little bit of a more of a gray area, I think. Authorities also found one of the couple's dogs, a German Shepherd, dead in a okay, good. This is the third source. The German Shepherd dead in a kennel crate in a closet near Betsy. The dog was dead in the kennel. Very likely that the dog, he probably tried to get out and he couldn't get out, guys. He needed somebody to let him out. The hydrated dog maybe died there. So he was not only just in the closet, he was in a kennel in the closet. So that closet better be big. I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know. I think the dog could easily be explained just not getting enough food, water, he says, and they can only survive for a week. So without food or water. Two other dogs were found alive and are currently being cared for by a family friend. Hackman and his wife were found by a pest control worker who stopped by the house. When the couple didn't answer, he called a neighbor. He called a neighborhood security officer who saw the bodies through the window and called 911. So it was a neighborhood security officer. It wasn't the workers. Mm. I know some of those closets are probably like big enough to be a bedroom. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know what a mud room was. I still don't. Um, I don't know. Why was the dog in the crate? She died after Jean and she had the dog locked up. And then you said, and then she died, I guess. I think they're still trying to figure out what happened. Yeah, it's called a mud room. They have a that's where he was found. Is it a mud room or what is it called? Yeah. I'm like, what is a mud room? Okay. Okay, a mudroom is a space set aside in a house where people can take off their outdoor clothing, remove their soiled shoes, store equipment, and even clean their pets. So it's typically a secondary entrance. Oh, okay. So it's like a secondary. Oh, gotcha. See, I was like, what the hell is a mudroom? An entry. See, I'm a regular person. I don't. What is that? But I get it. I've seen a couple of mud rooms. I just never heard them called mud rooms before. Um, kind of like what would you call them? An entryway? Like I've seen people in certain areas. Like my friend has a you would call a mud room, but it's like in the back, and then they have like a little hammock, like one of those like hammocks that you can lay on there and just kind of lay in the mud room, and you have things there. So it's a spacious area. Why would a dog unalive in there? I don't think the dog was found there. I think the dog was found in the closet inside of a crate. That's what it sounds like. Wow. Ándale, Abraham, thank you. Es la entrada del patio. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I said we don't call them mudrooms. Es la entrada. It's like the entrance to the patio. See, if you said it's a patio room, I'd be like, oh, it's one of those, like, it's got a little screen thing and you sit there, and, that one makes sense to me, but I've never heard it be called a mudroom. I would call it a sunroom. That makes sense to me, but I've never heard it called a mudroom. Indoor porch. Thank you. I've just never heard of a mudroom. There you go. I don't know. Apparently, that's what they said that was. That's what you keep in there. Listen, I don't know, y'all. But I'm learning. You have one. One of your grandparents has one. Well, there you go. Like a backyard entrance. Thank you. Where you make sun tea. Wow. See, come on, Rabbit. Get fancy on this. I gotta catch up, Sylvia. I'm just not fancy like yeah. I'm like, I didn't even know what a mudroom was. You said it's a very sad situation. The poor animal was stuck in the kennel, knowing that things were happening to his people. Then the other dogs couldn't help him. It must have been terrible. Yeah, because like animals will feel things like that. Definitely. Um, mm, no, I agree. This whole situation is just really bizarre and awful. So the two other dogs are being taken care of. But this is what's tripping me out, because in the media they said that they were found. I didn't know that they were pest control workers who stopped by the house. When the couple didn't answer, he called the neighborhood security officer, who saw the bodies through the window, and called 911. Huh. And people have responded. If she died or was sick first, he may have been trying to get out the door to go get help. They love their dog. She went everywhere with all the three dogs. Okay. They gave to the local shelters and did special gifts at Christmas time for the workers. No way she would have done anything to harm herself with those dogs, or locked one dog in the crate. I actually enjoy reading everybody's point of view. They said that there was no sign of foul play. The sheriff continues to call the case suspicious. I think it's suspicious because they're still trying to figure out the outcome. Um, Something could be suspicious without foul play, I guess. It's weird how that works. Uh, so this pathologist is basically saying, like Ava said, in other words, if it wasn't a companion suicide, then there could be something more maybe sinister to this, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. If I found my loved one dead, God forbid, I would call 911. But if not, why did she leave him sprawling out dead in the mudroom without a pillow under his head or something? Obviously, no one knows. No one knows. This is really bothering me, Cheeks. I mean, because it's like it's an animal. Like nobody could hear the animal cry. And like honestly, I'm looking at the photos of like this is the property, right? See if I can make myself smaller. Thank you, beautiful messy ball, for stopping by. Thank you. And this is, I mean, it's not like somebody's jogging and they're going to be able to notice that something's going on. It's very lush. There's a lot of green around this area. You literally have to drive up and go inside their property. It's pretty hidden. It's secluded, I would say. So I have to understand. Hey, Tinkle. Maybe it's a huge closet window. I don't know, man. I don't know. Poor babies, I cannot imagine. Right. And then they were running outside. Amanda says, do we know whose meds were found we don't know. They didn't even say that. Maybe she tried to get meds for him. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's a lot of speculation at this point as to what is going on. Okay, we'll keep reporting on that as things are developing, but I want to talk about hold up, wrong tab. Let me share this one. Let's talk about this other situation right here. Oh my gosh. This situation right here, my friends. So I cannot stand Lori Vallow Daybell, the Doomsday Mom. It just drives me crazy. I can't. But we gonna take her in, okay? We gonna take her in. Do me a favor, hit the like button, please, and thank you. I would appreciate it. So Lori Vallow speaks out from prison why she thinks she and Chad Daybell will be exonerated. Lord have mercy. She gonna be exonerated. Can you guys tell me when the end of the world was? They said that it was the end of the world. There was a date where the world was supposed to end. No me gusta esta mujer, no me cae de nada bien. While she was facing trial, this is around that time. She's Delulu. She said that it was gonna end. She said she's gonna be exonerated, y'all. She will be exonerated. That's what she says. But okay, let me move it over here so I can read this article. So, a convicted murderer and so-called doomsday mother is opening up for the first time in an upcoming episode of NBC News Dateline, airing, I guess, this Friday. So, Lori Daybell, the Idaho mother convicted in 2023 of killing her 2 children and conspiring to murder her 5th husband, first wife, his 5th. Excuse me, Jesus, hold up. I need something. I need to I swear something's going on here. I'm mixing words. Sorry, y'all. I'm I need to probably start wearing my glasses. I really do, and I need to get those anti-glares out of them. The Idaho mother convicted in 2023 of killing her 2 children and conspiring to murder her 5th husband's first wife is breaking her silence from prison. In a clip from an upcoming Dateline episode, Lori insists she's innocent and shares her beliefs that she and her husband Chad, who is serving a death sentence for his role in the murders, will be exonerated. I have seen things in the future that Jesus showed me when I was in heaven. Lori tells Dateline. Keith Morrison in the clip for the episode airing NBC at 9 p.m. And we are not in jail. And we were not in prison. And we're still in the future from now. Let me play this crap. Oh my God.
Chad was convicted and he's on death row now.
Mm-hmm. I understand that, yeah.
But
they have some fascinating stories.
How could you possibly think that Chad would be exonerated after what happened?
The same way I will be exonerated. We will both be exonerated in the future.
Because?
I have seen things in the future that Jesus showed me when I was in heaven. And we were not in jail. And we were not in prison. And they were still in the future from now.
I don't know, y'all. It's literally the delusion of it all. Hold up. Let me listen to what she look how she speaks. Did she tattoo her eyebrows too? We talked about eyebrows earlier today. She looked like she got those eyebrows tattooed, y'all.
Chad was convicted and he's on death row now.
I understand that, yeah.
But
they have some fascinating stories.
How could you possibly think that Chad would be exonerated after what happened?
The same way I will be exonerated. We will both be exonerated in the future.
Because?
I have seen things in the future that Jesus showed me when I was in heaven. And we were not in jail. And we were not in prison. And they were still in the future from now.
It's giving chola tattoo, like chola eyebrows. She looked like she laid that Sharpie very heavy, my friend. She went in there and did that. Y'all remember those glamour shots back in the day? Hold up. I could talk about this because I'm a Mexicana, okay? Glamour shots, chola. I was not a chola growing up. I didn't know. That wasn't the style for me back in the day. Here it is. She got those eyebrows. She really has those eyebrows. Let me share this, y'all. Okay. What's up with that? It's those. I cannot. Yeah. It's well defined. Hi. This is where she's right here, y'all. Well, anyways, I need to know when she's going to be exonerated. Let me know. Tadpole eyebrows. It's giving tadpole, right? Sperm eyebrows. Right there. Lord have mercy. Somebody said a good Night Charm. Night Charm said, I wonder if Casey Anthony is going to be an advocate for her, being that that they have so much in common. Casey Anthony, paging Casey Anthony. I got your first case right here. Her name is Lori Vallow. Can somebody message Casey Anthony and ask her if she'd be interested in advocating for the women rights and religious rights, whatever, of this woman? Let me know. You said, Jesus said, now, why am I in it? Why are you putting Jesus in here? Jesus has nothing to do with your mess. Leave heaven alone. Okay? Telling you. The episode also features interviews with Lori's son, Colby Ryan, which, by the way, he's got a YouTube channel where he does a lot of the, he kind of exposes a lot of this over there. And I'm glad that he does because, you're going to hear it straight from his mouth. And it's kind of like I watch it and it just makes me so sad because they didn't have to die, guys. Like, this whole case just pisses me off. But in July 2023, Lori was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole after being found guilty of the 2019 murders of her two children, 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow and 16-year-old Tylee Ryan. She was also found guilty of conspiring to murder Chad's first wife, 49-year-old Tammy Daybell. And this was Tammy here, by the way. Lori was also convicted of grand theft by deception in the case of collecting government payment after the murders of her children. Good, they got her there. The following year, Chad was sentenced to death after being convicted of the murders of the children as well as Tammy. Chad was married to Tammy for nearly 30 years. And Lori's, for nearly 30 years and had 5 children with her. Prosecutors have said that Chad, an author of a religious doomsday scenario, and Lori's life together revolved around a small doomsday cult that believed in preparing for the imminent end of the world and eliminating people whose spirits had turned dark. There was so much death surrounding this whole case. Like, it's just so dark. So much death. I cannot. And it makes me so sad. And this mother effer right here, like, what the fuck? Lori has heaven confused completely. I don't get it. Looking like a human toe. You said a human toe? He is right where he needs to be at. Why his neck like that? I zoomed in right there. Yeah, the amount of devastation following that man is horrific. She could be considered a serial killer. I mean, you just to kill your own over a delusion. I don't know, man. It's like his neck doesn't even fit the collar of his shirt. I don't know. Yeah, let's tighten that a little bit tighter. Let's tie that a little bit tighter. That's for sure. Anyways, let's zoom out of that. So Tammy died at the home where she shared with Chad in October 2019. Her cause of death was revealed to be asphyxiation, though it was initially ruled accidental. This whole thing just makes me mad, and the fact that she's going to be doing, we're going to review this interview. I cannot stand this woman. I really cannot. I think she just the way that she speaks, the fact that there is no remorse to anything that she says or does. I cannot. Shh. Itzel, are you serious? Where's that at? Alyssa Tooney's dad, wasn't he? He was sitting in jail for a while, and then his conviction got overturned. Contacted Casey Anthony. What's his name? I could see his scummy ass doing that. That guy is a trip. Oh, wow. You ain't never lie. All right. So that's what's going on with this case. We're going to review that Daylight interview. Keep an eye out so you guys can go live with me and watch it. This is Sarah Turney's Sarah Turney's YouTube channel. I've been subscribed to her for quite some time. So her sister, I believe it was her stepsister. Sorry, it's been a couple years. I think this case is out of Arizona. Okay. Oh, why did the balloons go off? I don't know why. Weird. Her sister was said to have been murdered by her father. He sat in prison, and then something happened there. I'm not really sure. I have to go back and review that again. Kate, we were talking about that yesterday. That she wanted a reality TV show, so because she couldn't get one, she decided to go to social media, and she's got a following now. So I want to hear what Sarah has to say about this.
Anthony has gone so viral that she has officially reached my father. That's him down there with his paid-for verified account that our tax dollars pay for, by the way. I honestly don't know what to say. I've tried to make this video a few times, and I'm torn between understanding that people had good intentions by making these videos about Casey Anthony, and that I know when you platform bad people like that, it encourages other bad people to do the same. Unfortunately, I know that this video is only going to bring more attention to both of them, but I don't know how else to get this message across without just confronting it head on. I guess I just want to say that when you platform bad people, no matter if you're saying nice things about them or the truth about them, this is what happens. It enables terrible people to get together. It enables terrible people to think that what they did was fine and that there's some type of life and career for them on social media. Because truly terrible people like Casey Anthony and my father don't care if it's good attention or bad.
Wow.
And to be honest, neither do these entertainment companies who will pay them to make this type of content. So I'm not going to tell you what to do, but these are the real life consequences of giving a platform to these people, whether it's good or bad.
Wow. I am okay. I don't want to read. I don't want to hear this Congress stuff. Oh my God. Bad attention is better than no attention. But the thing is the internet is so sick like that. People have followings, don't they? She's not playing. She's not. I didn't even know. It said, thank you for the heads up. Thank you for the heads up. But that just shows you how freaking crazy this situation is. I saw her sister's channel talking about it, maybe on X. Oh my God. Damn. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. And it won't be the only time. Like Casey Anthony, that's what I'm saying. Casey Anthony and Lori Vallow Daybell, perfect. Like Night Charm was saying. Yeah, you're an legal advocate. Okay, sure. Why not? Okay, whatever, girl. Uh, that's crazy, yo. That is crazy. She's making a good point. Absolutely. Absolutely. How are you, SJ? Next thing you know, the Tate brothers are gonna have a reality. But they might, though. That's the thing. They might. They're all communicating, probably. You know, if they start a pod, I told you guys, Gypsy Rose and Casey Anthony take LA reality TV show. I wish I was joking, but I mean, people would watch. Why don't they give Chris Watts a show from prison or on parenting for single dads? Literally. She's a legal advocate. I'm like, does that mean you're like a lawyer? Can you give advice? Or what's a legal advocate if not somebody that, like a paralegal? Doesn't a paralegal, like, they can't give you legal advice, but they know a lot about what attorneys have to do in the laws and, torts and all the other stuff. What's a legal advocate? Is that different than a lawyer? I cannot. You say, here we are talking about it, bringing more attention to them. Are we part of the problem? Probably. But it's also like calling some of that out. The thing is that social media is so powerful nowadays. There's no restrictions, right? When people don't bring attention to it at the same time, it's going to pick up steam. Sarah brought attention to it. That's for sure. Thank you. A legal advocate is assigned to someone in a mentally difficult case as support. Well, Casey Anthony says she's a legal advocate. So she's going to be dealing with cases. I don't know what she plans to do, but she's like basically making long speeches on her Substack about people getting wrong information and people doing different things and whatnot. I cannot. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Let me shout out some of the people here. Thank you guys again for supporting my channel. Wimmy Wim Wim, thank you. Hope you're having a good night and that you're in bed now. Thank you for the 5 memberships. Jen, thank you again for supporting my channel. Kim, thank you for the 20. Shout out to you. Steeler Princess, thank you again for being a member for 5 months. And Infamous, thank you for being a member for 17. That's what I thought. I thought you had to be certified for that, but I don't know. Here it is. JJ says a legal advocate in the United States is a non-attorney who helps people navigate the legal system to protect their rights. They can help with a range of issues, including abuse, housing, and immigration. Legal advocates help people navigate the legal system to protect their rights. There you go. Y'all, that's what it is. And she stands for women's rights and LGBTQ rights. She didn't say the AI, but, that's the other words of it as well. There you go. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. Thank you, Bombs Becca. Shout out to you. I gotta go. I'm tired. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button. Bye, guys.